Hi everyone, welcome to our first Facebook Live for travel designers. I'm Carol. I've worked for travel designers for about a year and a half now, but I've worked in travel for more than 10 years. I'm also a local mum, and today the session we're doing today is all about you, about families traveling, and all of the questions that you might have, any concerns in terms of destinations or traveling with young children. So do get tuned in and do send me messages if you have any questions at all. In the meantime, we've got Susan from Nappy Valley who's joining us today, and I believe she already has some questions for me.
Thank you so much for having us along. And yes, we have lots of questions from our users who obviously have families and holidays right at the top of their minds. So I think the most popular question that we get asked on NappyValleyNet is, what sort of holidays are our families booking with travel designers at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it do change from one year to the next, but this year we must say that we've been booking everything from the single, typical beach holiday,
right,
all inclusive, especially with family with young children, and also more sort of tailor-made itineraries when the children are a bit older, because the parents want to educate them, show them the world. So yes, and we've been booking everything. We're really lucky because we work with fantastic suppliers to help us do that. So, for example, like Club Med, Nielsen, Mark Warner, I'm sure some of you must be really aware of them. And Premier Holidays as well. All of them have been absolutely fantastic and in helping us arranging holidays for families, which I'm sure will come back with fantastic memories.
And what has been the most popular beach destination this year?
Well, this year is a bit of a surprise. Europe is the biggest destination, especially Greece.
Okay.
Any
island?
Yes, so that's the thing. I think Greece is very popular because there are many islands. So you've got a wide choice of destinations within Greece to go to.
Sure.
And that means that we can cater for lots of family requirements and budget, just because there's so much choice. So, I mean, a partner sort of Cyclone has been fantastic as well, is helping us with that. And Greece has been really popular. And in second place, I would say you've got the usual Indian Ocean.
Beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
A bit
further away, exactly. Some people are going away for a bit longer.
Yeah.
That one's probably more sort of all-inclusive, but, feel that they're completely away from the continental Europe. So Mauritius and Maldives in particular have been very popular. Both beautiful places anyway. Yeah, been really popular with
and
us.
You mentioned the all-inclusive holiday.
Yeah.
And I know that from my experiences and from the experiences that I see in terms of from our users, some people are a little skeptical about the all-inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions that I do see posted from our users is, how do you make sure that you might get the upper end of all-inclusive? And secondly, how do you make sure that it is all-inclusive and that you don't end up with an additional and in some cases larger bill that you might not have expected from, example, water sports?
No, absolutely. So when it comes to all-inclusive holidays, as you're right, there are lots of different all-inclusive holidays.
Yeah.
Now, I would say that when we take inquiries from clients, we really spend time with them to ask them about all the specifications, the requirements that they have, because for some families it's not so important and others to have the water sport, but the childcare is very important. So we do spend time with all of our clients asking them all of the questions to make sure that we do send them the best options.
Okay.
Now, in terms of the most popular destinations for all-inclusive, you have Mexico and the Caribbean. Yes, exactly. And Mexico in particular for the food lovers, with, for children or for adults. The resorts are very big, but they also give a choice of about 8 to 10 restaurants within resort, and some people love that. And there are also, you've got in the Indian Ocean, you've got, as we said before, Mauritius and the Maldives. They will offer sort of different types of inclusions, like buffet-style restaurants and or a la carte restaurant, which is why it's so important to ask all of those questions so that we know what our clients are looking for. With families in particular, for all-inclusive, most of the clients are really concerned as well about the all-inclusive childcare.
Of course.
because some of the crèche or the kids clubs can be quite expensive in some resorts. So once again, we work with, fantastic suppliers where we know that the level of childcare is fantastic, but it's all properly included, so you don't have that extra bill at the end. What I would say, Club Med, for example, is a fantastic option for skiing or even a summer holiday, because it is literally all included. So you don't have any extra to pay, and which is why they're actually so popular with the families in Ballam in particular.
Right. Okay. Well, that's great to know. I'm sure that kind of gives some options to our users. Carol, you mentioned active holidays.
Yes.
And I know that historically active holidays have been particularly attractive for families with older children and teenagers. Yes. Are they still as popular as ever?
Absolutely. It's becoming more and more, I would say. I think, as we said before, I think the fact that parents really want to educate their children and show them the world and not just go on a beach holiday. I think what most families probably are not aware of is that you have some partners like G Adventures, Intrepid Travel, or even Exodus. They actually have, as part of the program, family tours. So when some parents might be concerned into traveling abroad and moving within the country without any direction, those companies can organize a guided tour, if you like, just with a guide, which where the families can be with other families if they like, but they can also do that on a private basis with a tour company, and and that's become really popular. The other popular activity, I suppose, in terms of active holidays, sort of cycling and skiing.
Skiing, obviously,
skiing, like loads of families go for skiing. So, and again, we've got really good options for that. And it's been every year, it's incredibly popular. Skiing and summer is the two.
And what would you say are the main concerns for people, for families traveling with children, particularly young children?
Particularly young children, where you've got from the start. So again, when I start talking with any of the moms I get on the phone, and being a mum myself, I know that it's really important to, the flight time, for example, is the first thing. Like most of them, it's like they don't want to leave at the crack of dawn, and then the transfer timing as well. Like if it's within an hour, it's fine. But if it's like you've got 2 or 3 hours transfer, then most of the time, it's not really appealing. And then also the room types when you get into the resorts is really important for families. More and more now, we see that a lot of parents do want to have a bit of privacy from the children in the evenings, even if they do share a room. Exactly, so they want to be able to and those interconnecting rooms, they have to be quiet very early. So that's a really big tip for you out there, is just do get in very early for your summer holiday, Easter holiday, especially during the school holidays, if you do require interconnecting rooms. And then we can arrange all of that. That's what we take into consideration when we send quotations and options to our clients. And the other thing that we mentioned about as well is the childcare. So, and of course, we look after all of that. If we need pre-booking, the style of childcare they need, if the children are quite active and need special, activities. Again, as we said before, like my one at Club Med, they really top out there because they do include sailing and, tennis activities and so many things that young people are into.
And they have childcare as well.
And they have childcare as well, which means that mum and dad can sit and relax
and have some time to
and have some time to themselves, which is I think, very important to them.
Absolutely. And I hear that you are launching a travel show.
We are. We're so excited about the event. Absolutely.
And the inspiration behind that, and what will that involve?
So basically, it will. So Ballam Travel Show is put it down on your diary, people. It's on the 12th of October, which is a Saturday. It will take place in Ballam at the Bedford. From 11 to 5, and basically, so it's a free local event.
Great.
But what we've done is to try and invite as many other partners as possible, so you can have a discussion with them. They can show us presentations about the latest product. If you have any, like a destination that you're interested into, then I'm sure that you can ask a lot of questions to them.
Yeah.
And there's also going to be prizes to be won. So by all means, honestly, just come and join us on the day. It will be absolutely fantastic.
And that date is the 12th of October.
Saturday, 12th of October, Balham at the Bedford.
Well, I think NappyValleyNet users, we'll definitely be there.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much for helping us with our questions.
No, you're welcome. Let me just see for 1 second if I have any messages out there. No, there isn't. So that's absolutely fine. But we will do another session again next week on Thursday, same timing, 2 p.m. It will be with Audrey from Sandals. So do get tuned in again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.